Get ready for a massive week in sports. We've got UFC drama, BJJ battles, political power plays, and boxing titans eyeing new frontiers. UFC London is headlined by an epic clash between two undefeated featherweights, Movsar Evloev and Lerone Murphy. Claudia Gadelha lays down the law on what it takes to make it in the UFC's BJJ league, and it's not what you think. President Trump is hosting a historic UFC event at the White House, and everyone wants in. Plus, Tyson Fury is calling out UFC legend Jon Jones. It's all happening right now, so buckle up and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the Pop Sockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
History is about to be made in London. UFC Fight Night 270 is set to deliver an unprecedented featherweight showdown as two undefeated titans, Movsar Evloev and Lerone Murphy, collide in the main event at the O2 Arena. This isn't just any fight. It's a rare opportunity to witness a contest that shatters previous records for combined undefeated records in a UFC matchup, surpassing even the legendary bout between Shavkat Rakhmonov and Ian Machado Gary. The winner of this epic clash is virtually guaranteed a shot at featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski, making this a pivotal moment in the division. Movsar Evloev, the 32-year-old Russian powerhouse from American Top Team, has carved out a reputation for his suffocating pressure and relentless wrestling. With an impressive 8-fight winning streak in the UFC's featherweight division, tied with Murphy, Evloev's path to this moment has been a gauntlet of top contenders. He's secured decision victories over formidable opponents like Dan Ige, Diego Lopes, Arnold Allen, and former bantamweight champion Aljamain Sterling. Evloev is a statistical marvel, being the only fighter in UFC history to start 9-0 with all victories by decision. While his knockouts are rare, his control is absolute, having completed an astounding 43 takedowns across his 9 UFC appearances. On the other side stands Lerone Murphy, the 34-year-old fighter from Manchester, England, whose nickname is a testament to his incredible resilience. In 2013, Murphy survived a near-fatal shooting, being shot 3 times in the neck and face, and remarkably returned to MMA training the following year. His journey continued with another life-threatening challenge in 2022, surviving a severe cycling accident that doctors feared would end his career. Yet he returned to the octagon just 10 months later, proving his indomitable spirit. In the cage, Murphy is a composed and intelligent striker, known for his clean technique and evolving defensive skills. His most recent performance was a stunning first-round knockout of Aaron Pico via a spinning back elbow, a rare and spectacular finish. This main event presents a classic striker versus grappler dynamic, but with a fascinating twist. Murphy's takedown defense has been solid, though Evloev's persistent pressure and chaining of takedowns could prove overwhelming. Evloev aims to neutralize Murphy's striking and impose his grinding style, while Murphy will look to utilize his footwork and reach to keep the fight standing and outstrike the Russian. The co-main event features undefeated prospect Luke Riley against Michael Iswell Jr., and Michael Venom Page returns to welterweight to entertain the London crowd. Fans are buzzing about this historic fight, with many anticipating a tactical masterclass. The energy of the London crowd is expected to be a significant factor, fueling a night that could see one undefeated record fall and a new contender rise. Don't go anywhere, because the drama is just heating up. Next, we dive into the no-nonsense rules of the UFC's BJJ League and find out why butt scooting is a guaranteed way to get cut. Forget the fancy footwork, because UFC BJJ executive Claudia Gadelha is laying down the law, butt scooting won't cut it. In a clear message to aspiring grapplers, Gadelha emphasized that the UFC BJJ League demands action, not passive movement. This isn't just about her preference. It's about the future of a sport that reaches nearly 1 billion viewers worldwide, a stark contrast to the smaller BJJ audience. Gadelha explained that the UFC is a media and entertainment company, and the athletes must deliver a spectacle for the paying audience. She acknowledged that even decorated world champions from other organizations might not succeed in the UFC if they can't perform with the required intensity. The focus is on aggressive competition, with an emphasis on takedowns, guard passing, and back takes, rather than fighting for mere advantages. Her frustration with athletes who haven't adapted to the format is palpable. Gadelha stressed that competitors need to step inside the bowl and fight as if it were MMA minus the strikes. The goal is to foster aggressive, technical athletes with strong willpower. In fact, the UFC BJJ League is even debating penalties for guard pulling, as a lack of engagement is unacceptable. The message is clear: bring the fight or don't bother showing up. The BJJ community is reacting with a mix of understanding and debate, with some questioning the strictness of the rules while others agree that entertainment value is key for growth. But the action doesn't stop there. Get ready for a political spectacle as President Trump hosts a UFC event at the White House, and the fight for tickets is already intense. President Donald Trump is turning the White House into the hottest ticket in town for UFC's Freedom 250 event on June 14th. Reports indicate Trump himself has described the event as the hottest ticket I've ever seen, with a frenzy of activity from donors, lobbyists, Congress members, and well-connected fans all clamoring for a seat on the South Lawn. With 5,000 VIP seats available, and many designated for military personnel, the remaining few thousand are in incredibly high demand, leaving organizers inundated with requests. Republicans began flooding the White House with inquiries almost immediately after the event was announced last summer. Stories have emerged of senators requesting to attend with their families, GOP fundraisers receiving dozens of direct messages on social media, and even Trump himself fielding ticket requests. This intense demand has led to a sense of exasperation among some involved in the planning, with one source telling Axios they are sick of being asked about the fight. Adding to the scale of the event, Dana White announced that an additional 85,000 tickets will be available for an outdoor viewing experience on the Ellipse, just south of the White House grounds. While the exact distribution of the South Lawn VIP tickets remains fluid, with a Trump aide noting its dynamic nature, the warning is clear. Some of those vying for the most exclusive seats are likely to be disappointed. The political and celebrity buzz surrounding this event is unprecedented, with many seeing it as a unique intersection of sports and power. And speaking of big names crossing over, a heavyweight boxing champion is now throwing his hat in the ring for a super fight against a UFC legend. Tyson Fury, the heavyweight boxing champion, has officially thrown his name into the hat for a potential super fight against UFC's estranged star, Jon Jones. In a recent interview with Sport Bible, Fury expressed his long-standing desire to step into the MMA cage, stating he's tried to do it about 10 times, and that it would take the right amount of money and cold, hard cash to make it happen. When asked about potential opponents, Fury didn't hesitate to name Bones as a possibility, adding, "Anybody can beat anybody on the day. Nothing's impossible, is it?" Fury joins a growing list of prominent figures in combat sports, including Oleksandr Usyk, Francis Ngannou, and Alex Pereira, who have all declared their interest in facing Jon Jones. This comes at a time when Jones himself has expressed a strong desire to return from retirement and fight at the upcoming White House card, Freedom 250. However, despite initial reports of negotiations for the event, Jones was notably absent from the official fight card, which instead featured a co-main event for the interim heavyweight title between Alex Pereira and Cyril Gane. Jones has since voiced his frustration, claiming he was lowballed in negotiations, a statement directly contradicted by UFC President Dana White, who asserted that no such talks ever took place. This public disagreement has led Jones to request his release from the UFC if his return is not a priority. The combat sports world is abuzz with speculation about Fury's potential move to MMA and the possibility of a monumental clash with Jon Jones, with fans eagerly awaiting any developments. That's all the incredible news we have for you today. Stick around for a lightning-fast recap of all these stories and our full call to action. What a whirlwind of action! We saw Movsar Evloev and Lerone Murphy set to clash in a historic UFC London main event, Claudia Gadelha laying down the law for UFC BJJ, President Trump hosting a massive UFC event at the White House, and Tyson Fury calling out Jon Jones. Don't miss a second of the action, like this video. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and let us know in the comments which story you're most excited about. And follow us on all our social media platforms for even more exclusive updates.